As you might have guessed, we are football heavy in today's top 5 cards, but the card at number 4 might surprise you. Hello, sports card investors, and welcome to another Top 5 Tuesday. The NFL playoffs are hot, the sports card market is hot, and we have some hot things happening here on the Sports Card Investor channel tonight, guys. Tonight is the final time ever in history that I will be live streaming from this studio. And the reason why is because we are moving this studio into Cards HQ at the end of this week. But first, tonight, I have 2 live streams to do. At 8 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going live on Whatnot, on the Sports Card Investor account on Whatnot, to give away a bunch of wax. So make sure to join me on Whatnot at 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight on the Sports Card Investor channel. If you don't have Whatnot, scan that QR code on your screen right now, and we're gonna hook you up with $10 free in your account. And then at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm doing a special monthly live stream just for my Market Movers members. We do it every single month. It is a private live stream. We give away a bunch of stuff. You have to be subscribed to Market Movers. And if you are, then you will get an email with the link. If you aren't, go sign up right now so you get that email to join at 9 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. Okay, there's a lot happening, and there's a lot happening in the sports card market right now. And guys, look at this. The year so far has been good. Over the last 7 days, we're seeing the SCI 500 index of the 500 most prominent sports cards up almost 1%. In the last 30 days, it's up over 2%. And since January 1st of this year, it's up 1%. That's good news. We're starting the year on an upwards trend, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you want to see it done. The sports card market's having a pretty good month right now. We're heating up a little bit at the start of the year, as we were hoping that we were. But now let's talk about some of the cards that are going up and down the most. It's time for today's top 5. All right, well, I have to start by throwing some cold water on the hot sports card market. It's Ja Morant. He is our cold card of the week. And it was just 2 weeks ago that I believe Ja Morant was on our top 5 cards going up. And that was because he had come back from his suspension. He had played 5 really good games. It looked like he was going to help the Grizzlies turn their season around. But then he suffered a season-ending shoulder injury. And now we're all left to wonder, what would he have been able to do with the Grizzlies this season? Could he actually have turned them into a playoff contender? They had a lot of work to do, but it was looking that direction. And man, was Ja Morant good. It is disappointing to have him out for the season, but you can imagine this immediately cooled down his card market. As soon as that injury news broke, his cards started immediately selling for less and less, and they have been dropping ever since. Let's take a look here in Market Movers, and you can see what I mean. We're looking over the last couple of weeks of some of Ja Morant's different cards, and you can see how all of these are falling there on the graph. That is not what we want to see. And we're looking at 5 of his rookie cards from 2019. This is his Prism base, his Prism Silver, his Optic base, that Chronicles card that people love because there's a lot of famous people in the background, and the Luminance card that people love because of that outstanding dunk that he is doing. All 5 of these cards, though, guys, they're all in the red. We're looking here over the last 14 days. And over the last 14 days, all of these cards are down anywhere between 10% and all the way up at about 26, 27%. The Prism Silver and PSA 10 14 days ago was $455. But if you own that card, you have taken a haircut of $121 over the last 2 weeks, because that card today is just $334. All of these cards moving in the wrong direction. The Chronicles card has gone from $276 to $235. Of course, all of these prices are in PSA 10, but pretty much no matter what Ja Morant card you have and whatever condition it is in, chances are it is dropping in value, unfortunately, right now. But now let's talk about cards going up, and we're starting with our investment card of the week. It is Joe Montana's iconic 1981 Topps card. And we chose this card because it's had a pretty good run in the market in certain grades over the course of the past year. We like to feature these investment cards on the show. These are cards typically of retired Hall of Famers, of all-time greats. Those cards tend to hold up best generally in the sports card market over time. If you're going to be investing your money and want a card that's going to continue to have value 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, this is probably a pretty good card to consider. And of course, we all know Joe Montana is one of those all-time greats, a 4-time Super Bowl champion and a 3-time Super Bowl MVP with over 40,000 yards passing in his career, inducted into the Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. And here we have on the screen his rookie card, that 1981 Topps in PSA 9 condition and in PSA 8 condition, I should say. We're not looking at the PSA 10. The PSA 10 has been down a little bit over the course of the last year, but that is such a high-end card. It doesn't sell very often. It's extremely expensive. The PSA 9 and the PSA 8 transact quite a bit more often. There's more of them out there. And if you look at the graph over the last 365 days, both of these cards are actually up slightly over the last 365 days. And that's a good sign because a lot of the card market has been down, but these cards have held well. The PSA 8 is up about 1%, and the PSA 9 is actually up 33%. That's a really good year for this card. This card about a year ago, in PSA 9 condition, the 1981 Topps base card was right around $2,000. And today it has most recently sold for right around $2,700. So that card is up almost $700 over the course of the last 365 days. And that is during a time period when the overall sports card market has been down. So it just shows you, sometimes investing in those GOATs, in those all-time greats, is the safest place to park your money, and that makes that Joe Montana card our investment card of the week. But now let's talk about players playing today, and in the number 5 spots, it's Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, of course, is the MVP frontrunner. He's actually been on the top 5 list several times this season, and for good reason. Incredible stats this year, almost 3,700 yards passing, and that's without him even playing in the Ravens' last game. 67% completion rate, 24 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions, but also 821 rushing yards and 5 rushing touchdowns. So he's a big asset both ways. Now, Lamar Jackson got to sit home this last weekend and relax, watching all of the other AFC playoff teams battle it out for who gets an opportunity to go against him and the Ravens. They will be well rested this next weekend and ready for that game, most likely. So there's a lot of people that have been buying up Lamar Jackson cards over the last 30 days. They're assuming that Lamar is going to have a good run in the playoffs and that his cards will get more and more valuable as the playoffs go on, especially if he makes it to the Super Bowl. We'll see if that happens or not. But let me show you what has been happening in the sports card market. And this is a large increase in card value over the last 30 days for a lot of these cards. The cards that we're looking at here are 4 of his rookie cards from 2018, his Donruss base, his Optic base, his Prism base, and his Select Concourse, all in PSA 10 condition. And then I also put his 2021 Optic Downtown in PSA 10 condition on the screen as well. And you can see a lot of green here. These cards are up anywhere between about 30% and all the way up at 185%. That Select Concourse in PSA 10 from 2018 went from around $44 to $127 over the course of the last 30 days. But all of his cards are showing big gains. His Prism base from 2018 went from $228 to $362. And his 2021 Optic Downtown in PSA 10 went from $500 to $647 over the course of the last 30 days. It has been a really, really nice month for Lamar Jackson cards. Next, we're going from players currently playing to a coach who may soon be coaching again. Bill Belichick is in the number 4 spot on today's list. Now, of course, we know he is no longer with the New England Patriots. That's a big change. He had such an incredible career there, winning the Super Bowl 6 different times. He's the winningest postseason coach of all time with 31 postseason wins. He's also third all time in the NFL for wins overall with 333. But even though he's recently parted ways with New England, it seems as though he still wants to coach again. So we'll probably see him land with another team soon if he hasn't already. Maybe there's news breaking right now after the recording of this video that he's landing with some other team. Now, Bill Belichick does have a football card. And let's take a look at it here in Market Movers. This is his 1991 Pro Set card. And this is kind of considered his rookie card. This is one of his primary cards. This is back when he was the coach of the Cleveland Browns. There's not a ton of these out there. In fact, a PSA 10, I haven't seen a sale or many sales of the PSA 10 at all recently. So we're looking at it here in PSA 9 and in raw condition. And you can see how this has been moving up quite a bit in the market over the last 14 days. Since the Patriots retirement news, these cards have been going up. Now, the raw condition card, you can still get that card for less than $3. So even though that card's been going up, it only went from $2.25 to $2.83. But graded, the cards are a little bit more valuable. And in fact, the PSA 9 of this card 14 days ago was selling for $17, and most recently it sold for about $40. So if you happen to have one of those cards graded in your collection, you might have doubled your money here in the last couple of weeks. A good time to consider that. It will be interesting to see where he goes and what that means for his cards going forward. For the number 3 spot today, we're sticking with football, but we're going to college football. How about Donovan Edwards of your national champion Michigan Wolverines? Donovan Edwards was a big reason why Michigan beat Washington 34-13 to win the college football national championship. He had 104 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns during the championship game, and he just announced that he will be returning to Michigan to play football another year and maybe chase another national championship. His performance in the college football playoffs caused his card prices to spike. Let's take a look here in Market Movers, and what we're looking at are these cards from 2023 Bowman Chrome University. We're looking at his autograph card, his Bowman Chrome University first Bowman Prospect Auto. By the way, I like his auto there with a little heart on the card. I think that's pretty cool. And then also the refractor version of that card, numbered to $4.99. And then also the green refractor version of that card, numbered to $99. Doesn't matter which of these you have. They're all going up quite a bit in the market. You can see the graph there. All those cards have spiked since his national championship victory. In fact, all of these cards are up between 87% and 114%. Now, these were all inexpensive cards to begin with, but the refractor went from about $18 1 month ago, 30 days ago. It was selling for around $18, and now it's selling for around $40. So that's a pretty nice increase. And the green refractor, numbered to $99, all of these in raw condition, by the way, 30 days ago, that one was selling for $40, and now it's selling for about $75. So if you ever ripped any Bowman Chrome University this year, go look right now to see if you have any Donovan Edwards cards, because if you do, they've gone up a lot in value. Going back to the NFL for the number 2 card today, and you probably expected to see CJ Stroud on today's list, and for good reason. Wow, what a surprise over the weekend when Houston completely demolished the Cleveland Browns. At least I was surprised. I thought Cleveland was going to show up for that game a little bit better than they did. I did not expect Houston to win by so much. I mean, they beat them down 45-14. And of course, CJ Stroud looked great in that game. He threw for 274 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 turnovers, a passer rating of 157.2. And CJ Stroud, his cards have been hot all season long. He's been having a fantastic season, and of course that performance over the weekend has only made his cards hotter. Let's take a look at Market Movers, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Look at the spike on the right side of the graph that has occurred here in the last couple of days, and we're only looking here over the last 7 days. We're looking at 6 of his rookie cards, all, of course, from this year, from 2023, I should say. We're looking at his Prism Silver in raw condition. Now, 2023 Prism, that set just came out a couple of weeks ago. So these are very new cards. Normally, when a new set comes out, the cards instantly start dropping in value as more cards hit the market for sale. Hasn't been the case with CJ Stroud. His cards continue to go up in value. The raw condition of his Prism Silver is rising. Also, we're looking at his Prism Rookie Variation Silver in raw condition, as well as his Mosaic Silver in raw condition, and then his Score in PSA 10, his Donruss in PSA 10, and his Mosaic Base in PSA 10. It really doesn't matter what CJ Stroud card you have. There's a lot of green. These are up anywhere between about 5% and all the way up at about 33% over the course of just the last 7 days alone. That Mosaic Base card in PSA 10 condition 7 days ago was $120. Now it is $160 based upon the most recent sales. And how about the Prism Rookie Variation Silver? 7 days ago, one of those sold for $345 and one just sold for $450. That is a $105 flip on that card in just 7 days. It's been a nice run here for CJ Stroud. Will it keep going? Well, we'll see how Houston does this upcoming weekend. All right, it is time for today's number one card. But before I give it to you, let me remind you that all of the charts and graphs from today's episode are from Market Movers. And Market Movers is the ultimate way to track the sports card market. With how hot the market seems to be at the moment, make sure you have Market Movers to see what cards are moving up and down and to track your own collection. And you can get Market Movers for free. All you need to do is go to sportscardinvestor.com and click Market Movers in the main menu bar, or go onto the App Store on your phone and search for Market Movers and download the Market Movers app. Give it a try. You can try it out for free for 7 days, and I think you will love it. Okay, you ready for today's number one card? Could you guess who it might be? If you said Jordan Love, you are correct. Now, Jordan Love has been on the top 5 quite a bit recently, but man, does he deserve to be here again today. Jordan Love absolutely demolished the Dallas Cowboys to the surprise of many. Maybe not to the surprise of you, but it was surprising to me how much Green Bay won by. And of course, Jordan Love looked excellent in that game, throwing for 272 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 turnovers. Jordan Love has been absolutely on fire, especially the second half of the season. He was looking great, completing the season as a whole with 32 touchdowns and just 11 interceptions. His cards have been hot, and now they are even hotter. Let's take a look here in Market Movers and look at that spike. I mean, these were already moving up, but look at that spike. The last couple of days here since demolishing the Cowboys, these things are just going to the moon right now. Some of these cards are. It's absolutely incredible. Here's 6 of his 2020 rookie cards we're looking at. His Prism Base in PSA 10, his Prism Silver in PSA 10, his Select Concourse Silver and Select Field Level Silver in PSA 10, his Mosaic Silver and his Donruss Base, both in PSA 10 as well. And oh wow, look at some of these percentages. These cards are up anywhere between about 33% and 131% over the last 30 days. That Mosaic Silver in PSA 10 was about $40 30 days ago, and most recently sold for about $94. Wow, that is one heck of an increase there over the course of the last 30 days. All of these cards are up a lot. How about his Prism Silver? This is crazy. You could have bought Jordan Love's 2020 Prism Silver PSA 10 for $483 30 days ago, and then you could have turned around and sold it for $800. Now, from $483 to $800, that is a $317 increase in just 30 days. Look, guys, it's not easy to make money flipping cards because there's plenty of cards that go down, but sometimes you get it right. And if you've been on Jordan Love for the past couple of months, you got it right. So congratulations to you. Maybe consider selling now, take your profits off the table, reinvest in other cards. What a great run it has been for Jordan Love cards for sure. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you do, like, subscribe, and then remember our live streams tonight, guys. 8 p.m. Eastern time on Whatnot on the Sports Card Investor channel. The link is in the show description below to get $10 free in your Whatnot account. And then 9 p.m. Eastern time, just for our Market Movers members, if you subscribe to Market Movers, you will get invited to the live stream tonight at 9 p.m. It is the final ones we're doing in this studio. And you can subscribe to Market Movers by going to sportscardinvestor.com and clicking Market Movers in the main menu bar, or download the Market Movers app from the App Store on your phone. I appreciate you, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.